What's up, YouTube? I know it's a little late, but as you know, on Xbox we get the map packs a little bit later. So this is my Rave in the Redwoods Easter egg tutorial. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make your way down to the recreation area. And as you make your way there, you want to look for certain things, and we'll talk about here in a second, like that trophy that you just saw. But you want to make your way through here, and your first goal is to turn on the power. So when you get to the recreation area, you want to go through this door, and you want to make yourself down to this mine here, which will have another door to open. So once you open that door, you run through here, and you run through.
Let's dip out.
I'm checking another trophy spot there. We'll talk about here in a second, but you head down this open mine shaft here, and you will find the power on the wall right there. So after you turn on the power, there's a few things you want to look for. Like I said, the first thing is you want to look for the little trophies, and the little trophies have 8 different locations that I'm going to show you here. Right there is the first one, which was an eagle, and each one of these trophies are a different they're a different power-up, basically, of the bow that you're going to unlock. So when you unlock this bow, each one of these trophies do a different thing. And there's a deer, there's an owl, there's an eagle, and there is a wolf. I personally like deer the best. I think the deer's the best one, and then the owl, and then probably the wolf, and then the eagle. But however many ones that you want to pick up, then you pick up all of those, and the next thing that you want to do after you get whichever trophies that you want to upgrade your bow with is you want to find the boat pieces. Now the first boat piece is right here by this white tarp, and it's already been picked up so you can't see it there, but it'll be there. The second one's in the mess hall by this pillar, and the third one is going to be upstairs by Juggernaut against this wall. Now after you get those boat pieces, you want to go down to the docks here, and you want to pick up the reel before you go over to the island. And that's the first part of the projector reels for Pack-a-Punch, and here's the second one on the island. So once you get those, you put them on the projector, and it opens up a portal to your Pack-a-Punch area. Now there's 2 other things you want to do while you're over here. The first thing is you want to go up there and get the sausage out of the bucket, like I'm about to do once I get the zombie out of the way. And the sausages are for Rave mode to hit deer with, actually, believe it or not. So the second thing you want to do is go over here and talk to Kevin with this boombox. If you do not do that, then the first piece of the picture for the main Easter egg will not pop up. So once you have those 2 things done, you want to go back over and you want to go in Rave mode. And you already have the sausages, so the first deer is by the owl camp. And you want to throw the sausage with your left button, and the deer will come out, and you smack them or shoot them or whatever, and you grab this symbol. The second thing you want to do is go up to the spawn lodge while you're in Rave mode. You can listen to the fairies to stay in Rave mode, but that's the best way to do it all in one swoop, and you want to do it before round 10 so you don't have a slasher after you. And there's the other deer that you want to shoot right there, or smack after you hit them with the sausage. Then you want to go down to the mess hall, and this will be the last deer that you have to hit with the sausage. And right there, and hit them, and there's the last symbol. Now once you get these 3 symbols, those are the symbols to open up the crossbow case in the spawn room. So as you see, I'll open it here, but I won't be able to get it because I'm still in Rave mode, so I gotta wait here a second. But once I'm out of Rave mode, you'll be able to grab the crossbow, and the crossbow is really useful to kill zombies around the statues, which is the next step. So after you get this crossbow, you want to go back in the middle over in the Rave area, and you want to put the statues that you got, however many, and you want to put them on these pedestals right here. As you can see, we already placed them, but just hold X and it'll place them down. And then your job is to kill zombies around them. So you want to kill zombies real close to them because it's collecting souls even though you don't see it, and they'll burst into a fireball like that zombie did right there when I smacked him with the golf club. And that's how you know it's actually collecting souls. You won't actually see the souls going in to the to the statues or anything. So you want to periodically check to see if they're done. As you can see, they're done. So I grabbed the one that I want, which is the deer, and then you have to go place your statue by whatever your big statue is. So there's the wolf and the owl that I just showed you, and there's the eagle, and the deer one's down here. As you can see, I placed it down here, and I'm shooting the crossbow down where it is, trying to kill zombies. And you have to kill zombies on this part with the crossbow. If you're in the Rave area, you can kill them with whatever weapon you want, but you have to kill them with the crossbow right there. And once it's done, you can pick it up, and your bow's upgraded. So the next thing you want to do is grab the first piece of the picture here. That's why you talk to Kevin. And you want to come over here to the Rave area, and you will have to shoot arms off of zombies around in this circle that'll come up out of the ground that you see there. It has kind of like zombie arms come up out of the ground, and you'll want to shoot arms off of the zombies. Now, it's kind of difficult to do if you don't have a very good gun, so I would suggest using pack-a-punch guns before you do this, especially because you're going to have to kill a slasher like you'll see here shortly. But that helps shoot the arms off easily. So once you're done with that part, you'll pick up the picture. It's glowing on the ground. You'll pick it up, and then a slasher will appear, and you have to kill this slasher. Now, if you do not kill this slasher, then a nuke will go off. It'll kill all the zombies, and you'll lose a perk. But if you do kill the slasher, then you'll get a max ammo power-up. So it's important that you, like I said, have really good weapons to be able to kill the slasher with. Use pack-a-punch weapons. We don't think that we've seen the bows work on him very well, so use the double pack-a-punch weapon or a pack-a-punch weapon, and just keep just wailing on his head like I do there. And he'll drop the max ammo, and you're done with the first piece of the picture. After you pick it up over there, as you see, it's glowing again on the ground. So then you want to go back over on the island, and you have to talk to Kevin again, and this kind of just demonstrates that you're giving him the first piece of the picture. So you have to do this in order for the second piece to appear. So once you talk to Kevin, you can go upstairs to Jug and look right here in this corner, and there will be the second piece of the picture. So this piece of the picture goes here in the middle, in the Rave area, and this time you want to knock legs off of zombies. So the owl, or the eagle gun, I mean, is actually good for this because it puts a laser trap on the ground that knocks legs off. Mini grenades, gas grenades are super good for this. And also remember to utilize your trap. There's a trap up there where the zombies are attracted to the stereo, so they'll actually just sit still for you while you just wail on their legs and knock their legs off, or throw gas grenades or grenades or anything like I said, and their souls will go into the circle. And once the circle is done, just like the first one, it'll be glowing on the ground here. You got to inspect it. Then the slasher appears, and you got to kill the slasher again. As you can see, if the slasher hits you and you get hit by another zombie, you'll go down. So just be sure that you slide away or things like that. So once the slasher's dead, you pick up the picture again, you go back over, talk to Kevin, and then you're ready for the third part. The third part is actually not a piece of a picture, it's a skull. Right here in the skeleton in the cellar where you play the zombie on the wheel game. And the skull part is on the beach, so you got to go on the beach, you got to do the same thing over again, only this time you want to get headshots. So you want to get headshots, inspect the item once it starts glowing, and then you want to kill the slasher again. And once you kill the slasher again, then that'll be the last piece of the picture, and you're almost ready for the boss fight. This part, the slasher will actually throw grenades too. So if you see a grenade on the ground, it is not your teammates more than likely. It's probably him, and it will one-shot you and knock you down, as it did both my teammates right there. So once you got your last piece there, you can go down to the basement, and however many people you have has to hit this light at the same time. If you have one person, you can just hit it by yourself. If you have two, you both have to hit it at the same time, and you can hold X, it keeps the light lit. So you both want to light those lights, and then when you get back in the boat, as you saw there, Kevin will be there. You'll go across the lake, there'll be an animation, and then you're in the boss fight. So once you're in the boss fight, the first thing you want to do is you have to kill zombies around these skulls, and it'll collect souls like you see there. And the skulls will go farther and farther up in the sky until they're so far up there'll be a really bright beam below them. and you have to have every skull with a bright beam at the same time to pass the first phase of stage 1, and there's 3 stages while you're over here. So as you can see, we're trying to hoard up the zombies here around the skulls and then kill a whole bunch at once, and it'll collect all those souls and the skull will go up, and they'll keep going up until, like you see here, there'll be a really bright beam like that. And that's the bright beam I'm talking about that every single skull has to look like. And if you do not get the rest of the skulls up while that bright beam's up, then that skull will start falling, and you'll have to do the whole thing over again for that specific skull. So you want to keep them all raised in the air at the same time, and they all have to have that bright light at the same time to go to phase 2 of stage 1. So phase 2, you go and you find the bright blue circle like you saw there, and your goal in now is to get the boss to walk into that bright circle. Once he walks in that bright circle, it turns orange like you saw there, and you gotta shoot him in his weak spot. And once you shoot him in his weak spot, he'll turn to like he is now, and there will be little glyphs on parts of his body. And when those glyphs appear, you want to shoot them because those are his weak spots, like we're doing here. It could be on his shoulders, his legs, his belly, anywhere on his body. So you just want to pay attention to where they are so you can shoot them, so you can move on to phase 3 of stage 1. So when you're about to enter stage 3, you'll see razor blades appear on his feet like you see there, and he'll jump up on top of the cabin that you've been in a couple times already. And this part, the whole map will turn to fire besides a few green circles, and you want to get in these green circles and defend yourselves from the skeletons that are about to appear. And if you're not in these green circles, the rest of the map's fire and you'll die by fire. So you want to make sure that you get in these green circles really fast. And once you're done with the green circle part, you're going to be on stage 2 of the 3 stages. Now stage 2 and stage 3 are basically the same as stage 1, but when the mutant slasher comes down from the cabin, there's going to be elemental walls that appear, and this kind of cuts you off from going certain places of the map. As you can see here, they appear and they're kind of like blue glowy parts, and you can't get through those at all. They're just basically like a wall. So it's trying to make the skull part a little bit harder in this sense, but that's the only difference in the first phase of stage 1 compared to stage 2 and stage 3. So you want to do the same thing here. You just collect souls, gather them up the best that you can around the skulls, and kill them all at the same time to preserve ammo. There's always a max ammo below the cabin part. If you do need a max ammo, you get pretty much 1 per phase for the most part. So keep that in mind if you need ammo. But try to hoard them up the best that you can. It also saves time from the other skulls going down, and that way you can kill them and you'll be past phase 1 without any issues of stage 2 and stage 3 that'll pop up. Now once you're on stage 3, which means you've done the skulls, you shot the symbols, and you did the green circle, then you did the skulls with the elemental walls, and then you did the symbols, and then you did the green circles again, you'll be on the 3rd cycle, or the 3rd stage. And instead of the green circle part, what you'll do is you'll shoot the symbols as in phase 2, like you did on the first 2 cycles or stages. And then instead of the green circles, you won't go up on the lodge. The 3rd part will be just you shooting them, and you'll see him appear bright orange like you did there, which means that you can shoot anywhere on his body, and you just want to deal as much damage as you possibly can to the slasher as he's chasing. You can shoot him in his head, you can shoot him in his chest, you can just shoot him anywhere. I like to aim for the head, obviously, because that usually does more damage. And once you deal enough damage to him, you'll see him burst into kind of like flames or lava here, and that'll be the end of the boss fight. Right where he goes into the ground will be the piece of the soul key that you need to pick up, and you'll pick up the soul key and your achievement will pop. If this video has been a help to you, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can get the later videos that'll be coming out. and I'll talk to you guys later.